Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Cyber Gamer, and welcome back to Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty. Last episode, we raided a Protoss world again to get some Terrazine gas for Tosh. This time, however, we are going to go to Zil and get siege tanks.
Wants us to go after another artifact on some dead world called Zil. Apparently, they sent in a specialist team. They lost contact with them 2 days ago. Their bad luck, I guess. Figure we'll get hazard pay for this one.
Yeah, so Zil is where we're next going. This is also one of my personal favourite missions because A, we get siege tanks, which I absolutely love whilst playing as Terran, but also we get something that just basically murders everything shortly.
So here's the deal. This place is a morgue. Whatever used to live in these ruins up and died millions of years ago. Before they went missing, the Mobius team reported artifact radiation emanating from that big old hunk of rock over yonder. They brought a big damn laser drill to burn the way in.
Laser drill? That thing's a monster. If the Mobius team had access to that kind of hardware, I need to think about what could have wiped them out.
Reckon we'll find out soon enough, partner.
Yeah, so we get a laser drill. And that's the thing that murders everything that isn't yours very quickly. You also, however, need it to get access to the research. Like I said in the first couple of episodes, I believe, I am going to be trying to get every bonus objective complete. So yeah. Oh, you are. Okay, that's good.
Watch your corners, boys. We don't know who cleaned this place out.
Who wants some?
More Terran thieves. The mysteries of this place are forbidden. You will pay for your transgressions with your lives.
Okay. At least we know what happened to the other expedition.
Yep. Tal'darim again.
Hold up there. Those Protoss cannons will tear us a new one if we try to advance. Swan, you promised me siege tanks. Where are they?
Settle down, hotshot. They're coming. These babies will knock those cannons down from a nice, safe distance.
Just get them to go do the pylon and we can use our other units to help as well. I also remember the game. Universe at War, there's a robot faction in it that utilises the same kind of mechanics as...
New siege tanks work just like the old ones. When you put them in siege mode, they get increased range and firepower. They can't move in siege mode, so if you need to reposition them, just switch them back into tank mode. You got it? Absolutely!
Let's get some siege tanks deployed on the high ground. They can pound that Protoss stalker before it even gets close to us.
Yeah, so the machine faction in the game, the Novus I believe they're called, they have a similar system to the Protoss where all their buildings need power. But unlike this game, that is something I'm going to eventually LP. However, we've reached the Mobius base.
Mobius base local net accessed. Decrypting security overrides. Transferring control of base structures to you, Commander.
Fired up. 174 gigawatts. The power of the sun at your fingertips. Now get it aimed at that door and let's get cutting.
Laser output is good. Drilling will take some time, but there's no other way into the temple. Sir, the Tal'darim are mobilizing their forces against us.
So we set a perimeter and protect the drill until we're through. I'm just glad we've got siege tanks.
Yep, so am I.
Need something blown up?
I do wish.
Big job, huh? What's going on?
That's why I got Planetary Fortress as well. Alright.
What's our target?
We need bunkers and siege tanks defending that laser drill. We got no chance of claiming the artifact without it.
Give us your best. SCV ready.
And yeah, our missile turrets have beefed up because we've got both of the upgrades to them.
You gonna give me orders?
But you got two strategies you can do for this. And my strategy is mostly going to involve siege tanks. I'm not going to build any bunkers. Eventually we do get access to this thing. But for now...
Sir, I've managed to access what's left of the Mobius Expedition sensor net. I'll route it through your map so you can see what the Tal'darim are up to.
Gangway, coming through. Who wants some?
I might have to rechange that actually.
SCV ready.
But eventually, actually let's do this now.
Right. We could use some help here.
You're fine.
SCV ready.
Just suppose... No, Diamondbacks wouldn't be useful actually.
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
Yes, sir.
Not enough minerals.
I don't even have enough minerals.
Additional supply depots required.
Now, this is a little trick you can do as well. You can have... Because all Terran all of the Terran buildings, like the starport, which we don't have access yet because we don't have any aircraft, but all Terran production buildings can build, you know, these tech labs and the reactors, and you can have one building while you have something else being built, and then you just lift off, move it somewhere else, and do it like that. Let's get a second siege tank up here, and where? There you are.
Bad news.
Is it? T, okay.
Yeah. Yo. Yeah, whatever.
So I'm just preparing for something that happens later on. Another thing to do is come over here. And because they don't have that height, like vision of the high ground, they can't target the siege tanks. However,
Not enough
we are going to want to
minerals.
get down to here quick soon because we want to build a couple of command centers.
SCV ready. SCV ready. Ah, you scared me. Be in the rear with me. What's going on?
Do I have enough to build a command
Not
center?
enough
No.
minerals.
SCV ready.
Archons, yep. Archons.
It's your dime. SCV ready.
You would desecrate that which belongs to the gods. This will not be borne by the faithful.
Sir, those are Protoss Archons. If they get too close, our men won't stand a chance. I'm giving you manual control of the laser drill. See if you can use it against the Protoss.
All right, you heard the man. Swing that laser around. We can use it to drive back the Protoss.
So this is what you use the drill for. However, you do need to be careful. Now I actually do need to use infantry. Let's lift off because I forgot I put it in an awkward spot. I just pop you there and then. Anything that's a major threat like the Archons I will use. That's the point. I need to get an army built.
Go ahead.
It's advanced, isn't it? Yeah.
You're the boss.
I suppose if you really needed to, you could build your base back into the little intro area. If you needed to. Oh, you idiot.
Coming through.
Bad news?
And let's get a command center just
I'm going.
here.
By the number, this better been worth.
The laser drill has breached the door's outer layer.
So yeah, this is what these are used for. Idle worker. Right, let's get you building a another command center.
Armed and ready. You gonna give me orders?
Trying to remember how many slots a marauder takes up.
Alert. Enemy air units on approach vector.
Damn it. Air units, nothing. Those are transports. Use the laser to knock them down fast.
Or, you know, that can work as well.
Let's have a blast. Don't leave me hanging.
Because I'm pretty sure these guys are 2 slots. Yeah.
It's about to get heavy. Of course.
In the rear with the gear.
Where's my... There you are. Let's get some more supply depots. SCV.
Not enough minerals.
Sir, I'm picking up the energy signatures of several Protoss relics in the area. I'm marking them on your map.
Upgrade complete.
Well, if there's time, we can blast them free with a laser drill. I bet Stedman would love to study them.
What's going on?
You do need to be careful though, because I believe some of them, yeah, they are defended by...
Gangway, coming through. Time's a wasting. It's go time. Sure thing. We could use some help here. This better be.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, there's really not much to this mission apart from what I'm doing right now.
By the number.
It's something actually we do want to
Is
do.
under attack.
Just put a so Planetary Fortress has a decent amount of range. It kind of hit about there. We want to have an SCV though, just so we can fix these bunkers up. Once you get enough siege tanks, you don't really need these infantry here. However, now that we've got our armories up, we can get the upgrades.
It's go time.
Oh, we got a major threat. What is it? Archons? Yeah. So just take out these Archons. And then we'll use that to destroy that, because we need some more.
Don't leave me hanging. Go on. I'm all about that.
Got no patience for sitting around.
So I'm kind of glad we have siege tanks now, because I love these units.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Yeah, why are we not harvesting maximum efficiency here?
Say the word, baby.
Trying to remember, there was a battle cruiser there.
Why not?
The laser drill is now cutting through the door's thermal barrier.
Yeah, well, first things first, we need this shrine.
Got a whole lot of love.
Fueled up, ready to go.
And we should probably actually, while we're here, get some more supply depots built.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
How much is it? 100.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
Don't worry about your stuff, by the way, most likely we'll end up dying. The second one's going to be a little bit more interesting to get to. The last one's like here.
Sir, more air units inbound.
We gotta take them out, or they'll keep dropping troops right on top of us.
This is why you have missile turrets, because they are awesome. Are you serious? You can't.
Armed and ready.
Mineral field depleted.
This better be good.
And you're dead. Just reposition them. Alright, let's get a couple of... Actually, we're going to get a couple of Goliaths, just so they can provide closer air support. Do we have... No, we don't have level 2. Yeah.
Bad news?
No. Refineries, don't I?
Testing geyser required for placement.
Orders received. Been waiting on you.
Oh yeah, that's a threat. That's definitely a threat.
Base is under attack.
Just attack. The only thing is, some enemies, like if you attack the bunker line like I've done here, they are going to be out of range, so you got to keep dependent on them. You guys over here.
Base is under attack.
That's fine.
By the numbers,
But I do need to push that last one before...
Is it critical?
this better be good.
Before we run into a group of Archons, because that would be very bad for us. You can attack these bases, however, I've not really found it necessary to do.
Who wants some?
Thermal barrier breached. The laser drill is now cutting through the core.
They seek to befoul the legacy of the gods. Destroy them.
And then we've got to cut through this last one. I thought there was a lot more forces, which is why I kind of went a bit overboard. Oh, they're bringing Colossi now.
Upgrade complete.
The Colossi aren't really that much of a problem, it's just they have a lot of shields. It's the only real problem with Colossi.
Mineral field depleted.
Can't quite. Nope, killed it. I think I've just selected it. Will you stop firing? I'm pressing the freaking wrong button, aren't I? That's the thing, I'm pressing the wrong button so the Q doesn't get put up. Where are my ground forces by the last
Base
relic?
is under attack.
Gangway, coming through.
Mineral field depleted.
Yeah, he really stood no chance. They're not really a threat, to be honest, now. thing they have. This this PF really needs to have a range extension. I don't remember if you can actually upgrade command centers so they have a bit more range. I know you can in single player, but this isn't single player. Multiplayer even. That's kind of an awkward spot.
Additional supply depots required.
And I can't move. And I need supply depots.
Huh? What's going on? Gotcha.
Yeah,
whatever.
Protoss bases, you usually have ridiculous amounts of pylons. Zerg bases, you just have overlords floating somewhere. And then Terran, you have crap loads of supply depots.
Upgrade complete.
Anyway, unless we need to, we can purely focus now on drilling the Dark Templar itself.
There's another wave of air units heading your way.
These guys just won't give up. Stick it to them, boys.
This is why I got the Goliaths, so they can help. So I put that many missile turrets up, they can't really do it. The thing with that one there that keeps dying to this missile turret here is like, they normally deploy forces about where that siege tank is, but because I've got the siege tank there, they can't actually warp in any reinforcements.
Where does it hurt?
An ability that you get later, unless you choose it, there's an ability later called Regenerative Biosteel, which if you could get it this early in the game would be really helpful. Then you won't have to worry about your units. And this is why I'm not worrying really anymore about lasering, or using the laser drill to kill the Archons. When you've got this many siege tanks, yeah, they just chew through everything. As much as I would have liked to see this planetary fortress get a bit more use, sadly, but that's just, you know, how it goes.
What's our target?
What have we got now? More Colossus. Yeah, some Colossus and Archons. But you can see, like, yeah, Archons. Well, I killed those ones too quickly, but Archons have a lot of shields and basically no health. So that's where most of their strength comes from, is the shielding. Do these actually have upgrades? I'm quite surprised that they don't have upgrades. Pardon me.
Base is under attack.
But yeah, Colossus have a lot of range, but they also, to the amount of siege tanks I have, die really quickly.
You gonna give me need something blown up?
Go ahead, Zeratul.
Give us your arm and go ahead. What's ready to roll out? Lay it on me. Speak up.
That's about as far as they can go. So yeah, but we now just have to hold out for the remaining part of this laser drill, just breaking through this temple. Are they? So, honestly, if I was to move all of these siege tanks out, I could probably break one or two of these Tal'darim bases. However, because of the amount that I have, this refinery's run out. I have a lot of resources right now, so I could keep spending them, but I don't feel like I need to. What we've got down here, a couple of Archons, yeah, Archons, they have basically no health. 10 health to 350 shields. Most of their damage comes from it being able to withstand. However, siege tanks do 65 damage against everything that isn't air. And you know, a unit with 350 shields, that's going to take about 5 or 6 hits before the shield drops. Yeah, that Marauder was spazzing out. Yeah, we can't get to that siege tank sadly, however.
Breach of the doorway core is imminent. Structured access imminent.
It is our sacred duty to stop these defilers. Burn them to ashes.
pretty sure this is just now like a onslaught.
Base is under attack.
As much as I'm not looking forward to having to replay the mission several times, this is the mission I am probably looking forward to the most. On brutal. Anyway, we're done.
You have prevailed for now. Word of this sacrilege will echo across the stars, James Raynor. The day of reckoning draws near.
These artifacts of yours seem real popular, Tychus.
What do we care? As long as the pay's good.
Really? I'd say getting vaporized by the Tal'darim definitely counts as diminishing returns.
But yeah, a relatively simple mission. Anyway, let's return to the Hyperion. Simple mission, but a fun one because it lets you experiment with how good defense can be for the Terrans. It also showcases how good Terrans are at defense.
James Raynor, I bring tidings of doom.
Zeratul.
I have pierced the veil of the future and beheld only oblivion. Yet one spark of hope remains. You will hold her life in your hands. And though justice demands that she die for her crimes, only she can save us.
Wait a second. You're talking about Kerrigan. It's been 4 years. You show up out of nowhere.
Time is short. You must understand. The answers you seek lie within. Study it well. The fate of creation hangs in the balance.
Nice to see you too.
So, yeah.
I've heard of these Ihan crystals before. Supposedly they allow you to relive another person's memories. If Zeratul's uncovered, it was desperate for me to see it too. Well, here goes nothing.
And our Protoss tank has enhanced a bit because we now have enough research to do yeah, some more research for the Protoss side. But yeah, the crystal actually, like Raynor was saying, that it's allowed us to now see. Basically, what I'm trying to explain is we now have a mini Protoss campaign available to us. Now, obviously, at this time, Blizzard's next release was Heart of the Swarm, not the Protoss campaign, and it was with the Zerg. So the only time you could play Protoss really was during multiplayer. So I think they must have made this like 4-part mini campaign just to help alleviate your wants for a Protoss campaign. I'm not sure when I'm going to jump into this. I'm probably going to, from now on. So next mission is probably going to be the first one of these, then we'll do another mission from the bridge, then we'll come down here again, do another one. We'll basically just do that for about 4 times. But anyway, we've got a bunch of stuff to do. First things first, I'm going to look at the Protoss tank. Again, if you want to read that, you can. Just go ahead and pause the video. I would read them out, but I've got a lot of stuff I need to do later on today, so Yeah, I would read them out, but I'm not really the best reader. But yeah, if we go into the research console, those 3 Protoss relics we found allows us to now get the next Protoss research available. Macro filtering, it speeds up harvesting so you get your Vespene a little bit quicker. I believe it's about the same time you get minerals now, or we get orbital supply depots, which is effectively instant building like it showcases here. For the purposes, however, of being different, I might get the micro filtering, but I'm not sure what I'm going to get for now. Let's look at the artifacts.
Holding these artifacts is making me nervous. Can you tell me any more about them?
It's interesting. The one from Zil is different than the others. However, I think all of them once constituted a single device.
You mean they make something bigger?
It would seem so. It's just a theory, but there's an attraction between the artifacts we've collected, a kind of harmonic resonance. Given the points of contiguous translinear alignment, I think they'd be drawn together like magnets under the right field adjustment.
Okay. Well, don't adjust anything just yet, Doc. I like them aligned just the way they are.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a while before we have to collect the next artifact piece, but let's talk to her.
I see we have a new acquisition. Is it a Protoss device?
That's right. But I wouldn't mess with it if I were you. It's a Dark Ihan crystal. It's a memory storage device. Lets you experience what other people have seen or done. It can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
Yet you don't fear it at all. You're a fascinating man, Jim Raynor. You know more about the Protoss and the Zerg than any of the experts I've read about.
Yeah. Oh, someone's online. Never mind. Big Tuna Gem Song. So we've got a couple things to look at. Let's talk to Tosh first.
Had any visitors lately?
I don't know what you're talking about, Tosh.
Oh, I think you do, James Raynor. Something was on this ship just now. I still smell it on you. Protoss. Interesting.
Whatever you think you know, you just keep it to yourself. I hear you yapping about this, and I'll toss you out the airlock.
Let's talk to Tychus.
So now we've got 3 of these artifacts on my ship. When are we supposed to hand these damn things over?
They got their hands full right now. The Zerg are about to invade Territor, where Mobius' main research center is. I don't reckon we'll hear anything from them until they relocate somewhere safe.
Wonderful.
I'm pretty sure that's the mission you get. Let's talk to
Lots of folks
Hill.
ready to fight for the right price.
And we'll get siege breakers. I love siege breakers. And just like siege tanks, they can siege mode. I gotta say, I like the look of these ones more. And they sound like they do more damage. So we're definitely getting them. Which I might as well just hire them. Okay, I'm not sure what that was about. Oh wait, yes I do. I've hired every mercenary now, so that's what that was about. Anyway.
This is Donnie Vermillion, live from UNN. Tonight, the Zerg invasion. The battle so far. The Terran Dominion is holding firm under Zerg aggression. Our industrial complex has stepped up production on all fronts. Enlistment rates have risen within the penal system, and the Marine Corps is ready to get in the fight. The Zerg won't know what hit them.
Donnie, has there been any word on when we start pushing the aliens back?
Kate, if I revealed that, I'd be giving away vital Dominion secrets.
You think the Zerg watch our broadcast?
I know they do, Kate. I know they do.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. This is Kate Lockwell for UNN.
Yeah, I think Donnie Vermillion has a few screws loose. Anyway, let's head down to the armory. And we can talk to Swan.
We're rocking some serious heavy metal now that we got siege tanks.
Yes, sir. comforting thunder or the big guns? Well, comforting when they're on our side.
Yeah, these newer tanks have better guns when they're on the move, and reinforced armor.
So long as they still got the range in siege mode, the rest is just gravy. Between siege tanks and bunkers, we can hold the line against just about anything.
Yeah, basically. That is true. You can basically just hold the line against anything. Ah, we got... This is actually a good upgrade to get, because it lets you build structures a lot quicker. However, that's not what I'm interested in. That sounds like it hurts. The only problem is though, siege tank upgrades are frigging expensive. So for now, as much as I want, I'm gonna buy this. So that's basically half of our money gone. However, I'm not gonna bother with any more upgrades. But here's the siege tank itself. Yeah. It's a tank and an artillery piece in one. Which is why I love these things so much. Yeah, I think that's actually all the conversations we can do. Nope, no, Matt's got something.
You ain't gonna believe this, but I just saw Zeratul on the ship.
How much did you have to drink tonight, sir?
He was here, Matt, and he was hurt. On the run from something.
Where is he now, sir?
I don't know, but he ain't on the ship anymore. He gave me an Ihan memory crystal, and he was desperate for me to study it. I guess he wants me to see what he's seen.
So yeah. Do we have access to Tyrador? No. We just have Dead Man's Port and Minehof. And I think next time we're going to go Minehof, because I believe with research...
Home sweet home.
I didn't actually mean to do that. Yeah, I believe with research, if we get 3 more... Yeah, we get access to the next Zerg prototype. So next main mission we're going to be doing is probably Minehof.
Jim, refugee
Oh, we're going to get 2.
populations from across the sector have been using Minehof as a staging point. But with so many people in close proximity, an epidemic of some kind has started sweeping through the camps. Please, my people need help. We've got to do something before it's too late.
And we will do this eventually. However, like I said, Dead Man's Port...
We still need to access the adjutant we retrieved from Tarsonis.
Yeah, we've already heard it. Yeah, Dead Man's Port gives you more Protoss research. Minehof will give me Zerg. I don't quite recall what happens when you max one of them out. However, next time we're going to be in here, because we're going to do the first Protoss side mission. But yeah, anyway guys, thank you all for watching. This has been, I think, episode 9 now of Wings of Liberty. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now, guys.